listening to, I say you are listening to, you are absolutely listening to the George Espinlove Show, coming to you live from the Funny Farm. Now, with no further ado, here comes Georgie!
Thank you. Thank you very much. Wow. You sound as enthusiastic as a crowd that I was with last night at a benefit function. And this crowd and that crowd sounds so similar that if I close my eyes, I don't know really where I would be. Of course, I never do know where I will be or where I am, because you're listening to the George Espinlove Show, coming to you live from the Funny Farm in a place called Our World. Oh boy, what a way to start the week off. We're waiting for our guest to give us a call here, C.P. Kelley, a country western singer who just released his single on Saturday night, midnight, and he is fighting MS. So we're going to be interviewing him as soon as he calls in, and he's going to share with us his life dream and his fight against multiple sclerosis. I want you to email me, georgece@comcast.net. That's georgece@comcast.net. Email me. Tell me where you're at. Ask me any questions you might ask, and I will answer you. Ask me anything about Charlie or Miss Ernestine or Harvey or my mom. And here's our guest right now. CP, is that you?
Yes, sir, it is.
You're live, you're on the air, and welcome to the George Espinlove Show.
And I certainly apologize for the lateness of my call.
That's perfectly all right. Listen,
Time got away from me, sir.
This is the Funny Farm around here, so
okay, good.
Yeah, anything can happen at any time.
Okay, that sounds like a family reunion then.
Yeah, that's it. You're going to fit right in.
All right, great.
It's a great privilege to have you, CP.
Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate you asking me.
Tell me something.
Okay.
Tell me something about your background.
Well, let me see. I was born and raised in a small town on the Texas-Arkansas border, twice as nice city known as Texarkana. Went all the way through high school there, junior high, actually middle school is when I first got interested in band and started out playing alto saxophone. Then by the time I hit junior high, I was playing xylophone, had taught myself how to play piano, was playing electric keyboard at that time, and I had also joined the junior high choir and sang with them for 3 years. Then I moved on to high school, and it was marching and concert bands where I added oboe, chimes, bells, And that was basically about pretty much the end of any kind of music involvement until I moved to Florida, and I turned 18 years old, and I could go out to the bars. And I was in one night, and I discovered karaoke. And I did karaoke for years. And then when I got sick in October of 2010, about a year and a half later, my dad decided, hey, we'll get him out of the house, something to do. We'll take him to karaoke. My dad had never heard me sing. And I got called up. I went up, grabbed the mic, started singing. He had his back towards me. He leaned over to my mom and he said, "Is that Patrick?" And she said, "Yes." He said, wow, he can sing. And one thing led to another, and here I am launching a singing career.
I was reading here where you taught yourself how to play these instruments. And you play by ear?
I taught myself how to play piano.
Mm-hmm.
When it came to the alto sax and the oboe, that was through musical instruction in school. And when it translated over to xylophone bells and chimes, that was just taking what I'd learned on the piano and just transferring it into something that you beat with sticks instead of your fingers. But yes, sir, when I was teaching myself to play piano, I played by ear.
I listened to an interview, and there was an amusing part in that interview where you was telling the man about playing the xylophone in high school. Yeah. Would you share that with us?
Well, I played xylophone for about 2 years in high school, marching xylophone. Those suckers are heavy. The bracket goes up over your shoulders and down the front. That way you can support it. And you always had, when you marched, you always had to march with a swayed back. And we were in the Christmas parade going down Main Street, just marching along. I'm just sitting there tapping away the piece of music that we were playing. And suddenly I hit a pothole with my right foot, and I heard a crack. And the assistant band director ran over, basically straightened me back up, removed the xylophone from me, and pulled me off of the parade route. And that was the last time I went close to a marching xylophone. From then on, if we had to perform on the football field, the xylophone went onto a stand. And I just marched out onto the field and marched right up to it and played it. So, yeah, not fun. Not fun at all.
But you did turn out all right, right?
Oh, yes, sir, I did. I went to the doctor, had everything checked out. Nothing was broken. Just really severe sprain in my back for a little while. But like everything else, it heals.
When were you diagnosed with MS?
That was October of 2010. And actually, we have found out since then it's basically a distant cousin of MS. It's PML, Progressive Multifocal Leukoencephalopathy.
Okay.
Yes, sir, that is a mouthful.
What is that in layman's terms?
Basically, I developed lesions on the brain. And it affected my motor skills. I mean, I was here at home after I was released from the hospital. I fell out of bed one night, couldn't get back up. And I basically had to learn to walk again, bathe myself, dress myself, talk, because when I first got out of the hospital, I was just a bundle of gibberish. And I basically learned how to do all of that in a little over 2 years. And now I'm up, I'm fully functioning. My memory's still not the best in the world, but it is improving. It's like being a child and learning how to take those first steps again.
Now, this happened. You were diagnosed with this before you started your music career. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, this whole aiming for a career started approximately 9 months ago.
But up until then, or up until you were diagnosed, you were involved with music in one way, shape, or form?
Not really, no.
No?
No. Mostly karaoke. Whenever I'd go out on the weekends, that was pretty much it.
What excited you and started you thinking about a career in country music?
The compliments I was getting. I mean, I always thought, okay, I'm a fairly good singer. I hold my own. That's as far as it went. I never got a big head or anything like that about it. But when I started singing, people were walking up to my mom and dad and going, man, he's got a beautiful voice. He really knows how to sing. He really knows how to bring these songs to life. And they kept telling mom and dad, he really needs to do something with it. And that's when Dad had already been dealing with Jason on another sideline thing. And then he talked to Jason about it. Jason came and heard me at karaoke, and Jason was, wow, yeah, we got to do something with that. We can't let a talent like that fade away.
Now, this was after.
This was after the diagnosis.
After the diagnosis.
Yes, sir.
CP, for those folks out there, little people, big people, middle-aged people, red, yellow, black, and white, those people that are listening, and the people that are listening that knows people that have been diagnosed with a disease, regardless of what it is, what can you tell them?
Wow. The one thing I had to learn is that if you give up, your life will remain that way. As long as you wake up every morning and say, okay, I'm going to learn how to walk a foot today. Or I'm going to go into the kitchen and make myself a sandwich. Or, I'm going to get up and I'm going to bathe myself today or dress myself today. Just that one simple step. And that one simple step leads to another and another until you finally find yourself running and doing all of the things that you normally did. You cannot lay around, feel sorry for yourself, and go, oh, God, my life is over. No, your life is not over until the good Lord decides your life is over.
Mm-hmm.
Your story was written way before you were born. And I honestly believe that God has guided me in all of this. I have kept my faith. I have kept my belief. And He wants this for me for some reason. And, of course, it's not our reason to question.
In that interview that I listened to, you said something, and I jotted it down, and I don't know if I have it exactly right, but I got the gist of it. And this impressed me. You said, if you're dealt a bad hand, stay at the table. The odds are you're going to get a better hand.
Absolutely.
I've never heard it put like that. I think that is so beautiful.
Yeah, and that's what I believe. I mean, I hate to minimize life to a poker game, but in the grand scheme of things, it really is almost like one. Mm-hmm. You're at the table of life. Not everyone is dealt the best hand at the table. But if you keep your chips in there and you hang on long enough, you're going to wind up with a royal flush or a full house. That's just the odds. I mean, people who say, oh, I can't get anywhere, I just can't write. Yes, you can, and you are the only one who can do that for yourself. The rest of us can't. It's up to you how much you want to give back to this world and how little you want to give back.
Placing that blame game doesn't get us anywhere, does it?
No, sir, it does not. It absolutely does not. I mean, I could have sat back and lived off of Social Security and disability the rest of my life, or for as long as the system is still into place. But I don't want that for my life. I'm a walkie-talkie. I am perfectly capable of getting up and doing something to change my situation. And with this singing career, I'm going to.
Mm-hmm.
And then once I am in a position to where I'm comfortable and I know I can live the rest of my life without money worries or anything like that, then comes the time to help those that have been beaten down and just need that little bit to help get them started. You got to pay it forward in this world.
How true.
Like one of the songs I sing, Three Wooden Crosses, that Randy Travis did. It's not what you take when you leave this world behind you. It's what you leave behind you when you go.
Yeah, I listen. I really like that.
So do I.
And it's so meaningful.
That is an extremely powerful song.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're listening to C.P. Kelley, singer, a man who is fighting. And what's the initial CP? I can't say all that medical. All that medical.
P is in Paul, M is in Michael, L is in Leopard.
TML.
TML.
Okay. His website is cpkelley.com. That's simple enough. And it's Kelley, Kelley.
That is correct.
cpkelley.com. You released a new single.
Yes, I have.
Just recently, huh?
Yes, I have.
Was it Saturday that you released this?
Yes, sir, it was.
And the name of it is what? New Way to Fly.
Yes.
What, and you have plans of going in the studio and doing an album. I had the name here. What are you going to call that album?
Absolute Redemption.
Absolute Redemption.
Yes, sir.
Have you started working on that yet, or?
Yes, we have. As a matter of fact, we're kind of on hold right now because it is the holidays, and you have Christmas shopping, family dinner, and family time together. But after the first of the year, it's going to get kicked into high gear. I've got several original new songs that have never been heard before. And we're going to start working on them. We're going to get them hammered out, and the CD is going to be out spring of 2013.
That's just right around the corner.
Yes, sir, it is. That's going to mean a lot of hard work, and, buddy, I'm ready for it.
This new release, this single that was just released on Saturday, New Way to Fly, it was written by Garth Brooks and another fellow, right?
Garth Brooks and Kim Williams. So, no, not another fellow.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Hey, that's all right, George. Don't worry about it. She won't mind.
I got you.
Then again, if she's a good old country girl, she'll have a shotgun and she'll know how to track you.
I could still run a little bit, so.
Hey, there you go, buddy. I grew up in the South. A woman comes after you with a shotgun, run.
Yeah, don't even think twice about it. Just run.
No, sir. Don't even look behind you. Just hope and pray you're out far enough.
How about if we play that song right about now, New Way to Fly?
That would be great, sir. Thank you.
All righty. Ladies and gentlemen, New Way to Fly by C.P. Kelley. A fine, fine man.
Like birds on a high line, they line up at night time at the bar. They all once were lovebirds, and bluebirds are all that they are. They landed in L the minute they fell from love's sky, and now they hope in the wine that they'll find a new way to fly. A new way to fly. The clouds and the rain, By the end of the night, they'll be high as a kite once again. They don't seem to mind all the time for the money they spend. It's a high price to pay to just find a way to get by. But it's worth every dime till they find a new way to fly. A new way to fly, far away from goodbye, above the clouds and the rain, the memories and the pain, and the tears that they cry. Now the lessons been learned, they all crash and burn. They can leave it behind as soon as they find a new way to fly. They'll leave it behind as soon as they find a new way to fly.
Ladies and gentlemen, C.P. Kelley, A New Way to Fly. C.P., that gave me the chills.
Well, I hope that's a good thing.
Oh no, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Trust me,
Okay.
that's a good thing. Beautiful,
All right.
absolutely
Thank you.
beautiful.
Thank you, sir.
I read
I appreciate that.
somewhere that after you do this CD, you're going to go on tour.
I am looking at that to do that. I want to do that. I would love to get out and meet people and provide some entertainment. So, as far as I know, yes, we will be going out on tour to, publicize the album.
Great.
And also to, just go across this great country, bring some entertainment to some people.
What
Is that-
is? No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
All I was going to say, because that's what it's all about for me. If I get nominated for a CMA, wonderful.
Mhm.
But that's the whipped cream on top of the sundae. The whole thing for me is to get out there and entertain people. I want people to be able to enjoy themselves. I want them to be able to run away from their problems for however long the concert may be.
Mm-hmm. And God only knows we need some of that right now.
Absolutely, sir. We definitely do. With all these shootings and all this craziness across the world,
Mm-hmm.
yes, we do.
What is your biggest need right now?
Financial support.
Okay.
I mean, medically, I have no needs. I've got a great specialist. I'm on the right medications and everything. They're keeping me alive. They're keeping me up and moving. Basically, we started a Kickstarter program that was online where people could donate money. They could do, as little as $1 or $10,000 would be nice. Any millionaires listening out there.
Mm-hmm.
And didn't really get a lot of response from it. Of course, I realize that the economy is bad. Trust me, we live with it every day. But, yeah, financial help to be able to get a band together, to book a studio, be able to rehearse, practice, record, get a CD out, and then get out and meet these people.
I went to that the Kickstarter site.
Yes, sir.
Now, if someone would want to donate you some money
Mm-hmm.
to get you into the studio and get this band and get this thing really off the ground,
Yes, sir.
could they go back into that Kickstarter thing, or is that expired, or just what would we do?
I'm going to have to check with Jason Dowd about that.
Okay.
And see if maybe, I believe that the program did expire. We may have to renew it.
Mm-hmm.
And if we need to, I would love to, because the single right now is being offered on my website. Down the road, here pretty soon, it's going to be on iTunes. But I had to get the recording rights for the song, which means that I have to pay the songwriters, I have to pay the publisher back.
Mm-hmm.
Then I start making money. And I can take that money and pour it into the career, pour it into the band, anything that we might need.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, the Kickstarter is a great program. I will probably email him tonight and say, hey, are we going to do, restart Kickstarter? And if not, if somebody wants to donate in the future, what should I tell them?
Yeah, do this for me, CP.
Okay, sir.
Once you talk to Jason, and find out which direction you're going to go,
I certainly will.
let me know so I can let our listeners know exactly how this thing's going. Because I want to say this. I want to say this to the audience, to those that are listening, and to those that will listen to the show later. And we've heard it 1,000 times in our life. If everyone did a little bit, we could do a whole lot.
Absolutely.
If everyone contributed just a small amount, that small amount would grow into a large amount.
Very true.
And it would be for a good cause. So once you talk to Jason, let me know where you're going to go with this thing, and I will keep it forefront in front of our audience so that they can they can go along with us.
George, man, I so appreciate that. You don't know how much.
You just point us in the direction. That's what I tell people when they follow me on Twitter. Follow me. I have no idea where I'm going. Just follow me. We'll go somewhere.
Yeah, there you go. We'll wind up someplace.
That's right. That's right. But that's what it's all about.
I really do appreciate the offer. And, as soon as I speak with Jason, you better believe I will get in touch with you and let you know.
All right. That's fine. Now, where can folks get your single at your website?
Yes, sir. It is on my website. All they have to do is click on the store link that is right along the top. Well, actually about quarter down on the page from the top. It's where they can go check me out, my bio, my videos, link over to the demo, my performance schedule, and then store is the last one on the end. Just click on that. They can use PayPal. If you have credit card, debit card, it accepts those as well. And $1.29 for a song, I don't consider that too bad.
Then you can't beat that with a stick.
No, sir, you can't. Not a lot of entertainment out there for $1.29.
You're absolutely right. I'm there now,
Right.
checking it out. CP
Okay,
Kelley.
good deal.
What's that?
You said you were checking it out, and I said, good deal.
Oh. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Oh, I've been fighting this, whatever this thing is.
Yeah.
I've been fighting it, but I'm
it's
gonna
been
win.
It's been ripping through Florida here lately. A lot of people have been dealing with it, so I know the feeling.
So you can get the single, "A New Way to Fly," at cpkelley.com. Wow, I like that song. That's all. That's all I can say is I just like that song. It's
That song has always been a favorite. As a matter of fact, that was the first song I ever sang when I started doing karaoke.
Mm-mm-mm.
And it's been out of print for years, and I found a karaoke store up north of Clearwater, and I mentioned the name of it, and the guy just went right to it and said, "Here you go." And I was like, "You got to be kidding me." Because that was the song was originally released by Garth Brooks on his No Fences album. When he did a reissue, he pulled the song from the album because he didn't feel it felt like it fit with the rest of the album. And I was like, oh, yeah, that was my favorite song off the No Fences. I ran through 3 cassette tapes because of that song. Just constantly playing it over and over and over again.
Do you write any of your own music?
No, sir, I do not. I have put down some thoughts on paper, and I give them to Jason, and he sends me back poems. And we may take the poems and have them put to music. So, but me, I do not have a musical writing talent. I can read music. I can sing music. I love music. I just can't write it. Or I say I can. I've never really sat down and applied myself to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and so I'm going to stop saying, no, I don't write music. I'm just going to start telling people I've never really sat down, taken the time, and applied myself. So that may be a new goal for me in 2013. Sit down and write some songs.
You know, I watched your video on your website, and I think it was on there where you said that you're always humming a tune.
Absolutely.
Who knows? But one of these days you'll be humming a tune, and the words will flow, and there it is.
Yes, sir. And that's what a lot of people tell me. They say one of these days it's going to click, and you're going to go, "Wow, I really need to write this down now." You know, and I mean, I've lived to be 45 years old. I've lived a lot of life. You know, I've had great love. I've had great failure at love. I've screwed up. I've succeeded. I've been up. I've been down. So, you know, my life will provide a lot of material, I'm sure. It just all depends on how much of my life I'm going to let out there, you know.
That's the unique thing about country music, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Country tells a story.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a lot of loud noise or somebody talking over a Fleetwood Mac beat track. You know, I'm sorry, that's my opinion of rap. You know, it's like, oh, okay, I've been rapping for years because I've been in a bar with a jukebox going and I've been talking over it, so I guess I'm a rapper. I mean, I don't see the talent in it. Nothing against anyone else. I don't see where there's a talent in it. You can talk fast, okay, sell a used car.
Do you... Does your and I don't mean to pry, and you don't have to answer if you don't want to. Is your medical prognosis looking good?
It's looking very good. It's looking very good. October 2010, they gave me 24 to 48 hours to live.
Oh my!
So I'd say, yeah, I'm looking pretty good. I'm not taking anything for granted. I mean, I could wake up tomorrow morning and, you know, completely and totally forget how to get out of bed, dress myself, you know. So I don't take anything for granted. I love life. I love living. I love what I'm going through right now with all of this singing and being right on the cusp of something really great. And like I said, God is driving this vehicle. All I'm doing is pedaling.
That's the way to have a good outlook, for sure. I like that.
Yes, sir, it is. Yes, sir, it is.
Excuse me.
That's all right, George.
What is...
I'll clean my ear out later.
All right, okay. Didn't mean to damage that ear.
Oh, no, that's quite all right.
are you looking for songwriters or particular songs, or how you do this thing?
Well, honestly, most of the songs that I have right now, I have one that was given to me by Jason Dowd, my manager promoter.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of other songs that were given to me by my sound engineer who did the sound engineering on New Way to Fly and my demo. He was in a band years ago. He wrote these songs, and they just laid around. No one ever did anything with them. And they're really good songs. There's one of them. It's going to have people up on the dance floor. I mean, just dancing all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, nobody wanted this? He said, no. He said, I tried to sell it. I said, well, your music, my voice, we're going to sell it. We're going to sell it. We're going to get it out there. People are going to hear it, and they are going to fall in love with this song. And I'm not going to say anything about it. I'm not going to give you a hint of what it's about or anything, but it's a good one. It is a good one. So that's basically, and I meet people all the time, and especially here in Florida. Oh, yeah, I've got a great song. I want you to listen to it. Weeks go by, months go by, never hear anything, never receive anything. So, I just go, okay, wasn't meant to be, move on, let's look at the next option. Let's see who's going to come in now and say, hey, I've got a song you've got to hear. And, there have been very few who have come forward. So, yes, I would love to have more songs, more great country songs. Upbeat, ballad, doesn't matter to me. It's country, I can sing it.
CP, I really like your attitude. I like your outlook. I enjoy your energy. I can hear your passion, and that's what really matters to me. cpkelley.com, ladies and gentlemen, cpkelley.com. And there you can purchase his new single release for $1.29. You can't beat that with a stick. Everyone should have one. And remember, it's Christmas time. Buy several. Yeah, give them out.
Music is a fantastic gift for Christmas.
Isn't that the truth? Because you can play it and play it and play it over again.
That's right. And with it being in an MP3 format, it shouldn't ever die on you. If your computer dies, you got a problem. But the MP3 itself, it should survive the test of time.
What is in your immediate future?
Oh, let's see. Immediate future. Well, I have another radio interview Friday afternoon, just like this one. And Friday morning, I will be in Brooksville, Florida, for their Christmas celebration / turkey giveaway. They have a local wealthy benefactor up there who is giving away 200 turkeys to those who need something for Christmas dinner. And I will be performing up there live, up on a balcony overlooking Main Street. And Brooksville's beautiful. The architecture is straight out of the 1800s. Very Victorian. And it's all going the entire of Main Street's going to be closed off and decorated. So it's going to feel like an old-fashioned Christmas, and I'm going to be doing nothing but Christmas songs. I will break my single out, just to get it out there and tell everybody, hey, available on my website, I have my business cards.
Right.
But the 99.9% of the music I will be doing are Christmas songs.
CP, I appreciate you taking the time out to come and spend with us. I know you're busy. You sure do have a vision.
Hey, George, I appreciate any opportunity to get on the phone, talk to somebody who's out there in the radio world. Maybe somebody listened, heard what I went through. Maybe they're going through it. Somebody they know went through it. And if I can just give them any piece of advice, I'm here. Don't give up. If you have a dream, pursue it. If they tell you, I don't do that, that costs too much, or you're not that good, don't listen. Try at least.
Mm-hmm.
Put forth an effort. It's just one foot in front of the other.
We're going to let you go, CP, but as we let you go, we're going to play this thing one more time. New Way to Fly.
All right.
And listen, you talk to Jason, you let me know, and we'll keep it right out front in front of our audience. We have put we put an enormous amount of information up on our show page today about CP Kelley, and we'll keep you out front, and we'll remind people that CP Kelley is alive, well, singing, and on the move.
Kicking.
How's that?
And I'm kicking too.
you're kicking.
I'm kicking.
All right, my friend.
George, I certainly appreciate this opportunity. I hope your listeners enjoyed and are enjoying the song, and will find it in their hearts to purchase a copy. And I'd like to wish all of them a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Same from us, my friend. Merry Christmas.
All right, George. Thank you very much, sir. You have a great one.
You too. God bless you, brother.
God bless you too, sir. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time. CP Kelley, New Way to Fly.
Like birds on a high line, they line up at the night time at the ball. They all once were lovebirds and bluebirds are all that they are. And they landed in now. The minute they fell from love's sky, and now they hope in the wine that they'll find a new way to fly, a new way to fly. Once again, they don't seem to mind all the time, but honey, they stay. It's a high price to pay, just find a way to get by. But it's worth every dime till they find a new way to fly. A new way to fly, far away from goodbye, above the clouds and the rain, the memories and that they cry. Now the lesson's been learned. They all crash and burn. They can leave it behind as soon as they find a new way to fly. They'll leave it behind as soon as they find a new way to fly.
A New Way to Fly, C.P. Kelley. And I thank C.P. for taking the time out of his busy schedule. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a man that has a dream, and regardless of what has come his way, he's still fighting. He's going to see that dream fulfilled. He has, and I knew I should have wrote it down, TML or TLM. Whichever way it goes. But his prognosis is good. He is, in his words, alive. He's well. He's on the move. He's singing. He just released that single, A New Way to Fly. That was just released on Saturday. You can get a copy of it if you go to cpkelley.com. And go to the store. The little tabs up there at the top. Go over to the end where it says store, and you can get the single for $1.29. Make a great Christmas gift for several people. So get one. A New Way to Fly. My oh my! Listen, tomorrow night. I want to tell you this. Let me get my little magic gizmo here. Tomorrow night, my goodness, tomorrow, 1 week from Christmas, we're gonna have two young ladies here, and they are going to tell us about a book that they have written. It's called Capital, Capital. Capitol, like Capitol Building. Capitol Hell Book. Not Capitol Hill Book, Capitol Hell Book. These two young ladies were staffers. That's right. Staffers, not staffers. Staffers for some, from politicians in Washington. So they know the ins, the outs, the ups and downs. And they are going to share with us things that go on Capitol Hill. But their book is entitled Capitol Hell. I don't think you want to miss it. I think it's going to be quite entertaining, informative. I think that they're going to make us laugh a little bit, going to make us think a whole lot, and they're going to give us some information, maybe along with some inspiration. But tomorrow night, please tune in. And these young ladies will come and they will tell us about the book that they've recently wrote, Capitol Hell Book. It's going to be a good one. Where am I at? What am I doing? Did you have a good day? I hope so. Our hearts go out to those in Newtown, Connecticut. And words alone are not, there's no words. There's just no words. But our hearts and our prayers are with the entire area, town, and particularly those families that lost loved ones. I just trust and pray that you will take the time to say a little prayer, that they'll be strengthened in this dark, dark hour. We just never know, ladies and gentlemen. We never know what a day might bring forth. And I hope that somehow, some way, we'll remember to say a little prayer for each and every one of them. My friend Jen is in the chat room, and I asked her how she was doing. And she said she was good, but not today. She lost her voice. I don't mean to laugh. Honest, Jen, I don't mean to laugh. But she lost her voice. Oh my. What can I say? But I'm glad she's in the chat room. She can chat with me because it's a chat room and she don't have to speak. And we understand each other. So Jen, I'm glad to have you. I would no, I don't want to say that. I will not say. I will not say. Well, maybe I will. Well, no, I won't say. I would imagine that there's some people that are kind of glad that you lost your voice. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Let's have some moonshine. Oh. Oh, my goodness gracious. Charlie, you're something else. I'm telling you. Old Charlie, he can find them. Yes, he can. Well, you know, he's a hound. I mean, he can find most anything. But hey, we want to say thanks to our friends down at musicalley.com. Musicalley.com. Now listen to me very carefully. If you love music, if you listen to music, Jen, this will be right up your alley. If you listen to music all the time, go to musicalley.com, and you can go down there and you can find any type of I always have a problem with this word. I have a problem with a lot of words, but this one. Jen, don't you laugh at me. Of course, if you laugh, nobody can hear you laughing anyhow because you lost your voice. I'm sorry I said that, but anyhow, stop it. That's not nice. I'm just saying, Jen. What? Oh, anyhow, you can get down there, and is it genre? I always want to say genre because that's how it's spelled, Genre, but it's genre, right? I hear these people say this word so smooth, and it just it just rolls off of their tongue, you know. And I'm struggling with it. Genre. Anyhow, they have every kind of music available at musicalley.com. And you can listen to it, you can download it, you can purchase it, and, you know, all those good things. And what it is artists that perhaps you have never heard before. But there is some really, really, really great music down there at musicalley.com. That's where Charlie and I go down. We hang out down there every now and then. We get some, put them on our playlist. If you are a producer of a radio show, go down, sign in, log in, you know, fill out all the usual information that we're so used to filling out nowadays, and use that music. Use their music, musicalley.com. And I know that you will enjoy it. And Jen, if you get down there, tell them George sent you. No, you can't do that, right? I'm sorry. She's gonna get me. She's gonna bite my face off. I know she is. Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy!
Lights on my face, getting stronger.
Plank Road. Plank Road, chasing the sun. Wow. Back where I come from, back here in Altoona, Pennsylvania, we got a place called Plank Road. And for the life of me, I could never figure out why they called it Plank Road. I don't know. Maybe way back in the days, it was a plank road. I don't know. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Anyhow, Jen said that she has this turtle. His name's Mr. Turtle. I mean, that's obvious, but his name is Mr. Turtle. That is his birth name, Mr. Turtle. And he's about as ornery as a turtle as Charlie is as a wiener dog. And Jen said that she's going to have him come and bite my face off, because I'm making fun of the fact that she can't talk. There's probably a whole lot of other people laughing too, Jen. I'm sorry. Oh, she told me actually the turtle's name is Alice Cooper. That's cool. Jen is an Alice Cooper fan. No wonder. I mean, Alice Cooper's right there in turtle form. You know what I'm saying? But let me tell you something about Mr. Turtle. He is not your average, everyday, run-of-the-mill kind of turtle. Mr. Turtle is fast. I mean, he is fast. Now, look, I live here on the Eastern Shore. I live here in Delaware, down close to the ocean. Mr. Turtle, he lives out like 2 states out there in Ohio. And this is the funny farm, where fantasy and reality are intertwined, and we can't tell the difference. But Jen says she's had him for 3 years, and that's what his name was. Soon as I knew I was going to get him, Alice Cooper, and he's been singing. He's been singing ever since. Everybody, stop it. Anyhow, where was I? You see, I love raisins, and we want you to become part of the raisin family. I don't know how I got on this subject. I really don't know. But anyways, I like raisins, and we have a whole lot of people in our raisin nation. But I was sitting here one night, and I was typing away at the computer. I was doing some writing that I had to do for some people, and out of the corner of my eye, I saw my raisin box just lift up and go away. And I thought, no, that just don't happen. But, Mr. Turtle is ornery. Now, how he got here so fast from out in Ohio all the way down here to the Atlantic Ocean, I have no clue. But that dude is fast. He stopped at the doorway long enough to hold my box of raisins up. And then the next thing I knew, him and my raisins were gone. I mean, gone. The next thing I knew, Jen was telling me that he'd just come through the door with a box of raisins. And it seemingly looked like he was out of breath. So apparently, he got back, in a heartbeat with my raisins. Just what do you think of that, huh? Tell me, what do you think of that? This place is really getting to me, I can tell.
Deck the halls with boughs of holly. Fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly. Fa la 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 la. Don me now our gay apparel.
And again, I want to say thank you to C.P. Kelley, country music singer, just released his new single. It is, I'll get it, A New Way to Fly. A New Way to Fly. I'm sitting here looking right at it. No, okay, George, you'll be all right. A New Way to Fly. Go to cpkelly.com, cpkelly.com, and there you can get the new release single, A New Way to Fly, and look over his website, read his bio. He's not only a singer, but he's a fighter. And he was diagnosed with MS, and then they changed it to, what was it? LMT, TML. I better quit right now because I'm going to get it all messed up. But his prognosis is good. He is singing. He is going to fulfill his dream. So go to cpkelly.com. Thank you, CP, for spending the time with us this evening. Wow. Punk Rock Christmas. Hey, Charlie's got me hooked up here somehow. He's the tech guy around here. So he's got me hooked up here, and he said that this would work. That's what he said. I'm going to tell you what will work here in a minute as soon as I see if it will work. But yeah, okay. Charlie has got me hooked up that we can play a couple songs of C.P. Kelley. The one he mentioned in while he was here with us tonight, Three Wooden Crosses. I think he said that was done by Randy Travis, but let's see if we can get this, Charlie. Let's see if this really works. You know what I'm saying? I'm just curious. So I'm gonna hit this button, Charlie, Wait a minute, what button do I want to hit? You got me all messed up. I'm telling you. Dude, there's something wrong with you. Okay, let's try this. Charlie. Wait a minute. How do we where Charlie, where's the volume at? Huh? Man, you always got me out here. Somewhere. Yeah. Hang with me, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying to find. Oh, okay. There. All right. Well, show me where, Charlie. Okay. All right. All right. Yeah. Now, if this is a little too loud, boys and girls, I'm gonna have to. Oh, never mind. Just Espinlob, shut up and just hit the button and see if it works.
A farmer and a teacher, a hooker and a preacher, riding on a midnight bus bound for Mexico. One's headed for vacation, one for higher education, and two of them were searching for lost souls. That driver never ever saw the stop sign, and 18-wheelers can't stop on a dime. There are 3 wooden crosses on the right side of the highway. Why there's not 4 of them, heaven only knows. I guess it's not what you take when you leave this world behind you. It's what you leave behind you when you go. That farmer left a harvest, a home in 80 acres, the faith and love for growing things in his young son's heart. And that teacher left her wisdom in the minds of lots of children, did her best to give them all a better start. And that preacher whispered, can't you see the promised land, as he laid his blood-stained Bible in that hooker's hand. There are 3 wooden crosses on the right side of the highway. Why there's not 4 of them, heaven only knows. I guess it's not what you take when you leave this world behind you. It's what you leave behind you when you go. That's a story that our preacher told last Sunday, as he held that blood-stained Bible up for all of us to see. He said, bless the farmer and the teacher and the preacher who gave this Bible to my mama, who read it to me. There are 3 wooden crosses on the right side of the highway. Why there's not 4 of them, now I guess we know. It's not what you take when you leave this world behind you. It's what you leave behind you when you go. There are 3 wooden crosses on the right side of the highway.
C.P. Kelley, 3 wooden crosses. Hey, Charlie, you're pretty smart. I'm telling you, I'm glad I've got Charlie here. Now he's just going crazy now. I think we all know this song, 10 Rounds with Jose. I could never say it, but I could drink it, but I could never say it. Anyhow, this is C.P. Kelley singing this song.
The singer couldn't carry a tune in a bucket, so on a mission to drown her memory, but I thought no way with all this ruckus, but after one round with Jose Cuervo, I caught my boots tapping along with the beat. And after 2 rounds with Jose Cuervo, that band was sounding pretty darn good to me. And some stranger asked me to dance, but I revealed to her my 2 left feet. Said, don't get me wrong, I'm glad you asked, but tonight's about me and an old memory. Then after 3 rounds with Jose Cuervo, I let her lead me out on the floor. And after 4 rounds with Jose Cuervo, I was showing off moves ever seen before. Well, around 5 or round 6, I forgot what I came to forget. After round 7 or was it 8, I bought a round for the holding place. And after 9 rounds with Jose Cuervo, they would count me out, and I was about to give in. After 10 rounds with Jose Cuervo, I lost count and started counting again. 1 round with Jose Cuervo, I went 2 rounds with Jose Cuervo, 3 rounds with Jose Cuervo, I went 5. Oh, was it 4 or 5? Yep, 4 or 5. Whoa.
Yeah.
6 rounds with Jose Cuervo.
Trace, you can't drink 6 rounds.
Oh, yes, I
You can't
can.
drink 5.
10 rounds with Jose Cuervo.
Yeah, 10.
8 rounds with Tim Jose Cuervo. Boy, I have had some Jose Cuervo. 9 rounds of Jose Cuervo. And then 10 we're done.
Hey, that was pretty cool. Now what, Charlie? Charlie, just keep playing them. All right. Here's another one by C.P. Kelley. People are crazy. Oh, that fits around here, doesn't it, Jen?
Well, if you ask me where I come from, here's what I tell everyone. I was born in God's dear grace, in an extraordinary place, where the stars and stripes and the eagle fly. It's a big old land with countless dreams, and happiness ain't out of reach. Hard work pays off the way it should. Yeah, I've seen enough to know that we've got it good, where the stars and stripes and the eagle fly. There's a lady that stands in a harbor for what we believe, and there's a bell that still echoes the price that it costs to be free. Yeah, I pledge allegiance to this flag, and if it bothers you, well, that's too bad. But if you got pride and you're proud you do, yeah, we could use some more like me and you, where the stars and stripes and the eagle fly. the only place on earth, but it's the only place that I prefer. To love my wife and raise my kids, yeah, the same way that my daddy did. With the stars and stripes and the eagle flies. Yeah, with the stars and stripes and the eagle
C.P. Kelley. That's who was our guest tonight. C.P. Kelley, country singer and a fighter of MS, but it's really TML or TLM. Anyhow, he's going to fulfill his dreams. One more. Here it is. People are crazy.
This old man and me, we're at the bar and we're having us some beers. It's whopping, I don't care. Talking politics, blonde and redhead chicks, old dogs and new tricks, and habits we ain't kicked. We talked about God's grace and all the hell we raised. Then I heard the old man say, God is great, beer is good, and people are crazy. He said I fought 2 wars, been married and divorced. What brings you to Ohio? He said, damned if I know. We talked an hour or 2 about every girl we knew, what all we put them through, like 2 old boys will do. We pondered life and death. He lit a cigarette, said these damn things will kill me, yeah. But God is great, beer's good, and people are crazy. Last call was 2 a.m. I said goodbye to him. I never talked to him again. Then one sunny day, I saw the old man's face. Front page obituary, he was a millionaire. He left his fortune to some guy he barely knew. His kids were mad as hell, but me, I'm doing well. And I dropped by today to just say thanks and pray. I left a 6-pack right there on his grave. And I said, God is great, beer's good, and people are crazy. God is great, beer's good, and people are crazy. God is great, beer's good, and people are crazy.
Charlie, you amaze me. I mean, Charlie can do things with this dooflicky. When he hooks up a thingamajig to the whatchamacallit, the doodad really works. I'm impressed. Everybody, everyone that is on the radio, everyone that has a show should have a Charlie. But you can't have this one. Not this one. This one's mine. What are you laughing at? Oh, boy. Hey, I want to thank you for tuning into the George Espinlove Show on this Monday night. Monday is gone. Tomorrow is Tuesday. 1 week from Christmas. Tomorrow is the 18th. Oh, boy. And we will be having with us tomorrow night two ladies that wrote the book, Capitol Hell Book. They are former staffers of a couple senators, and they will tell us the inside, outside, upside down, all the ins and outs that take place up there on Capitol Hill. They wrote that book, and I understand it's a lot of fun, and I think we're going to have a lot of fun here tomorrow night. I imagine they'll have me laughing along with you. So make sure you tune in tomorrow night. And again, one more time, I want to say thank you to C.P. Kelley for being with us tonight, sharing his story, sharing his vision. He's going to fulfill his dreams. I believe he's going to. If you want to, go to his website, cpkelley.com. That's cpkelley.com. You can get his recent single that was just released Saturday night, A New Way to Fly, right there on the website. Just go over there to the little store tab, go there, and for $1.29, bring it down, excuse me, and get some for some friends and some relatives. They make great Christmas gifts, I'm telling you. C.P. Kelley, thank you so much, C.P., and I know that you're going to go places. I see this group's name, and I was going to duck out of here, but look, I've just got to play this. This is by Angie. Angie and the Car Wrecks. Now look, anyone whose group name is Angie and the Car Wrecks, they've got to have something good to be going on. You know what I'm saying? So here is Angie and the Car Wrecks. I have another one.
If you're feeling lucky or
Nice one, Dirty Earl.
I love it. Thank you.
Now I can see why they call themselves Angie and the Car Wrecks. That was pretty cool. Charlie, you dug that one out of there. Yeah, okay. He's over there bowing now, taking bows and all that good stuff. But that, yeah, I see where their name comes from now. Angie and the Car Wrecks. Have another one. Wow, that was pretty cool. I want to say thank you for everyone that tuned in and for everyone that will listen to this show later. Everything is archived. Remember that. And they are available to download. And you can download them and you can, I don't know, whatever you do with them after you download them. But people are downloading them. I know that. I don't know what they're actually doing with them. I guess they're listening to them, but I thank you for downloading them. I thank everyone that takes the time to drop in, listen to our show. I thank everyone who sends us an email. That's georgece@comcast.net. georgece@comcast.net. Excuse me. Email me. Let me know how you are. Let me know what you think. Ask me any question that you might, and I will answer it. I think I'll be able to answer it. But anyhow, that's georgece@comcast.net. Follow me on Twitter at PopPop. That's POPPOPX7. At PopPopX7. I have no idea where I'm going. Just follow me. I'll follow someone else and that's following someone else, and none of us knows where we're going. We're just, following each other. That's just the way it is. Look me up on Facebook. Go to our show page on Facebook. Go to the espenblog.com. That's TheEspenblog. Espenblog, the espenblog.com. Man, you can get a hold of us 16 different ways from last week. You know what I'm saying? So just look us up, look around, and I'm still looking for Mr. Turtle. I got to keep an eye on him because, I never sit with my back to a door. Never. So I got my eye on the door in case the sound booth door. Now it's closed. You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean anything, Mr. Turtle, because he can find his way in. I don't know how he does it, but I'm keeping an eye on him. He got me nervous. I got off the track that I was traveling on, and said, I see a shadow. No, that's not him. Oh, anyhow. Jen said, "Yep, keep looking for him. I know he's coming. I know he's coming. He'll be here soon. I just know it." But anyhow, thank you for everyone that's listened, everyone that's supported us. Your kind words, your prayers. I say that quite often, but I really mean that. And without you, there'll be no need to be on the air. We are, and I say this quite often too, we are working on our new show that we're going to start after the first of the year, name, rank, serial number, that will be dedicated to men and women in our armed forces. And men and women that have served, men and women that are serving now, name, rank, and serial number, all dedicated to our military folks. So keep that in mind. It's Monday night here. I don't know what it is where you're at, but it's Monday night here. On a more serious note, before we get out of here, there are some people that's going through the darkest times of their life right now. But please take time to say a prayer that somehow, some way, they'll be able to come through this and come out the other side. I don't know how they will, but yet I believe that they will. Not in my power, not in your power, But it's going to take a supernatural power to bring those folks out on the other side. And hopefully someday the birds will sing, the sun will shine, and the sky will be blue one more time. But until then, keep praying for them. Hold them up in prayer. I don't know them individually. I don't know them personally. You probably don't either. But still, this whole nation feels their hurt, feels their pain, and just stands in shock of the tragedy that struck us this Friday. Hold them up in prayer. And remember, we're all in this together. Wherever you're at, if it's nighttime, have a good night. If it's already tomorrow where you're at, have a good day. But regardless, I want you to email me, georgece@comcast.net, georgece@comcast.net. Let me know how things are going. Until tomorrow night, same time, same station, right here on the George Espinlove Show, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Come back and be with us again. We're all loons at the looning farm, or at the funny farm. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But until then, Jen, thank you for dropping by. I'm going to keep an eye out for Mr. Turtle. I really am. And I hope that, in all seriousness, I do. I hope your voice returns soon. Not right away, but soon. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? All right, friends. Until tomorrow night, same time, same station, this is George Espinlove saying good night and God bless you.